Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 25th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Monday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation as well. Excuse me. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map for your locating across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and see if any storm report came in this afternoon. Also, we're going to take a look at the tropics at the end of this broadcast, so stick around to the entire video and do not miss a beat of this forecast. Alright, if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Smash that subscribe button today and you're in. You get my forecast twice per day, unless something comes up that I cannot make a video for. So just want to let everybody know that as well. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's go and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we got high pressure standing up here in portion of Quebec, Canada, back down toward the southern portion of Canada, back down into the Great Lakes region, also through Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, through Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, also back through portion of Pennsylvania, through Maryland, D.C., Virginia, North Carolina. Also back over toward Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, back to the Dakotas, back to Montana, all the way back into California, to the Gulf of California, through Arizona, portion of New Mexico, portion of northwestern Mexico, central Mexico, central Texas, also to Arkansas, and also into Oklahoma, Kansas, portion of Missouri, Iowa, and also into Nebraska as well. Alright, we got some shower and thunderstorm activity up here in portion of Washington State, in the port of Montana, Idaho, Oregon, and Northern California, with some mixed precipitation there as well, in portion of Montana, also in the Washington State, also in the portion of Oregon as well. Alright, we got some shower and thunderstorm activity extending from portions of North Texas through New Mexico, northern Mexico as well, also through southeast Texas, Louisiana, through the Gulf of California, through the Panhandle of Florida to the Big Bend region of Florida, down to the Florida Keys, all the way through the Carolinas, all the way up to portion of West Virginia, portion of Virginia, also into Pennsylvania, also into portion of Michigan, Wisconsin, through Illinois, also back to Kentucky and Tennessee as well, with showers and thunderstorms for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to your Wednesday forecast. As you can see here, we got quiet conditions standing from around the Quebec, Canada area, all the way back into the portion of Maine, through New Hampshire, Vermont, down to Connecticut, Rhode Island, through Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina as well. Standing all the way back west as far as Michigan to Wisconsin, through Minnesota, back to Montana, all the way back to portion of Oregon and also Idaho, California, down to the Gulf of California, much of Mexico as well, down into Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, through the Dakotas as well, all the way back over towards Missouri and Arkansas and portion of Mississippi. Alright, we got some showers and some mixed precipitation over portion of southern Canada, around Vancouver, through Seattle, Washington, over toward Idaho, portion of Montana, back into Oregon and northern California. Alright, we got shower and thunderstorms standing up here, portion of southern Wisconsin, through southern Michigan, through portion of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, through Kentucky, through the Carolinas, also down toward the Florida Key region as well, through the Big Bend area of Florida, also down into portions of southern Florida, the Panhandle of Florida, over toward southern Louisiana, also toward the Houston and Galveston, Texas region as well, and also in the Gulf of Mexico, also in some shower and storm standing over into the Atlantic coastal waters off the southeast coast for your Wednesday. Alright, now we're about to head to the weather radar across the nation. We're going to let it load up here real quick. Alright, you can see here we got some showers extending up here around Vancouver, Canada, through Seattle, Washington, all the way down into Oregon and northern California. Also, we got some showers and storms also over here in ports of Texas, toward Dallas, Houston, and northern Mexico, around just northwest of Monterrey, Mexico as well. Also, some showers and storms extending through northeast Texas, around Dallas, all the way into portion of Louisiana, through Mississippi, Alabama, southeast Louisiana as well. Alright, I guess it's refreshing the information, so yeah, here it goes. Alright, also we got some showers and storms up here in the portion of North Dakota, through Minnesota, toward Wisconsin, also in Iowa, a little bit just southwest of Chicago. Also up here around Detroit, Michigan, also into Michigan as well. We got more showers and storms through portions of southeast Ohio, through Pennsylvania, all the way over toward Boston and New York City as well, and also down toward the Washington, D.C. vicinity also. Alright, let's move down just a little bit further. As you can see, we got a little bit of shower activity down into portions of the Dominican Republic, also into ports of Cuba, also Florida, from Miami, Florida, all the way up toward the Jacksonville area, Florida as well, and also in the Gulf of Mexico also. Like I said, get some showers and storms around the Havana, Cuba region as well. Alright, now we're moving on to the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we still got frost advisory for portions of northern Maine, coastal flood advisory for portions around Rhode Island, also in the Maryland and Pennsylvania, New Jersey region, all the way down into eastern Virginia. Got a flood warning, flood advisory for you guys in Connecticut. Alright, special marine warning for southeast Florida, off the Florida coast. Some flash flood advisory, also flood warnings there as well in southeast Florida. Alright, we got some flood advisory, severe thunderstorm warning for southeast Texas, also southwest Texas, special weather statements to the south. We got some air quality alerts in northeastern Texas, beach hazard statements still in effect for you guys in portions of northern Wisconsin, northeastern Minnesota. Wind advisories also for portions of Montana and also into Nevada, special weather statement there as well. Also some red flag warnings in effect for southwestern Idaho through Oregon, northern California, northwestern Nevada. Also, we have some flood watches in effect for southwestern Oregon and northwestern California. All right, Alaska looks good. North and central Hawaii Chain Alley looks good. Central and south got some gale warnings in your region. Now, Storm Prediction Center overview. All right, here's the showers and storms over California back into Washington State. Same up here in portions of Minnesota, all the way into portions of Illinois. Also from South Texas all the way over into Mississippi and Alabama. Central and South Florida, Cuba, and that activity up in portions of the northeastern United States as well. Marginal risk over here in portions of east central and east. As you can see, the convective outlook, there's the general thunderstorms that you've seen in portions of Minnesota down in Illinois. Same over here in portions of Alabama, all the way back into West Texas. Marginal risk across Texas, southwest Louisiana. General thunderstorm for southeast Georgia, down into the Florida Keys. There's that marginal risk over here in central and southern Florida. Current watches, none are in effect. MDS discussion, currently none in effect. Storm report, good news, no reports received at this time. So, but anyway, I would not be surprised order to pop up this afternoon and evening. Fire weather, we still had that elevated risk over here in California, Nevada, Idaho, and portions of southeastern Oregon. Also critical fire weather in the red in that same vicinity. And move on to the tropics. A chance to see the tropical weather outlook as well. Alright, here is Philippe. Alright, as of 5 p.m. this afternoon, it's located near latitude 17.3 north, longitude 46.7 west. Moving is to the west at 13 knots, or 15 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure is 1,002 millibar, and the maximum sustained winds are at 40 knots, and now at 45 miles per hour, has come down. I discussed that earlier in today's video. I said something about it could weaken. If it does weaken, the more west this system will go. We'll take a look at the track at the end of this broadcast. Before we end it, I'm going to discuss these other two at first, and then we'll take a look at the forecast track. Alright, here is 91L. It's located at a tropical wave several hundred miles west-southwest of the Cabo Verde Island. Continues to produce disorganized shower and thunderstorm. Environmental conditions are forecast to become conducive for gradual development of a tropical depression is likely to form within the next few days as the system moves to the west-northwest across the central tropical Atlantic. Right now it has a 40% over the next 48 hours and 80% over the next 7 days. This system here in the Gulf of Mexico, I seen it early this afternoon. I figured it was going to pretty much die out as well. In fact, it is. A tropical low pressure producing limited shower activity over portions of the eastern Gulf of Mexico. This disturbance is moving westward into an unfavorable and favorable conditions, and development is not expected. Right now has 0% over the next 48 hours and also 7 days, so that system can be totally disregarded. But it may bring some gusty winds and maybe some squally weather to portion of Mexico, maybe even South Texas as well, if that thing makes it that far west. Because satellite imagery this afternoon, what I looked at, was showing that it did not look that impressive. All right, now we're going to take a look at the forecast cone for Philippe. Yeah, Philippe still could become a hurricane still, but unlikely at this time. All right, you can see here is the forecast cone. That's the wind field of the tropical storm force winds in the yellow. About 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, it should be located here. By Saturday at 2 p.m. it's located here. That's why they got the computer model. That's why they got the big bubble at the end, because some of the computer models taking it back to the west, some taking it out this way, and some kind of shooting it back this way. So that's why I issued, that's why I said in my forecast earlier today, we're going to have to keep an eye on it, see which way it's going to go, because it has a chance it could come more back toward the United States instead of going out to sea. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But like I say, since the water is pretty cool in this vicinity here, and also there's going to be some wind shear getting into the system, so it may have a tough time making it past this point here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens, but I will be back with another forecast update tomorrow if nothing don't happen, so that way I can pass along more information to you. So I hope everybody enjoys the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Also, like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening, folks, and take care.